A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John chapter 15, verses 9 to 17. Passage taken from the Message version of the Bible. I've loved you the way my Father has loved me. Make yourselves at home in my love. If you keep my commands, you'll remain intimately at home in my love. That's what I've done. Kept my Father's commands and made myself at home in his love. I've told you these things for a purpose, that my joy might be your joy, and your joy wholly mature. This is my command: love one another the way I loved you. This is the very best way to love. Put your life on the line for your friends. You are my friends when you do the things I command you. I'm no longer calling you servants, because servants don't understand what their master is thinking and planning. No, I've named you friends because I've let you in on everything I've heard from the Father. You didn't choose me, remember? I chose you and put you in the world to bear fruit, fruits that won't spoil. As fruit bearers, whatever you ask the Father in relation to me, he gives you. But remember the root command: love one another. The Gospel of the Lord.
Reflections on the Gospel according to John chapter 15 verse 9 to 17. Today's Gospel is about love and selection. God chooses whom he loves. On the feast of Apostle Matthias, who was chosen to take the place of Judas, who killed himself after betraying Jesus, the Church gives for our reflection the theme of love and choice. It takes us to the heart of Christian life. The Gospel first speaks to us of the commandment, the only commandment that Jesus gives us, that you love one another as I have loved you. But can love be a commandment, a law, or an order? Can we be commanded to love? In reality, love is something that comes from within a person, and it cannot be ordered or commanded. In the military, the commanders give orders and the subordinates obey. The same thing happens at workplace. The employers give orders to the employee. But no one can order us to feel what we have to feel. God, who is love, created us in love, to live and to remain in his love. That's why the Gospel is categorical: remain in my love. We have not totally understood the source of our lives and love. Love of God is manifested only through one's love for one another. God loves and cares for us. From that experience, our own love, our capacity to love and to give life to those around us springs forth. It is something similar to trying to convince someone that not going to Mass on Sundays is a sin. It is much better to invite them to come to our community, to make them enjoy the celebration of the Eucharist with the songs, with brotherhood, and with encounter with Jesus. It is possible that he or she will come back. But if we threaten with sin, it is very easy for them to turn away. With love, something similar happens. Love cannot be demanded or forced. If you want to have more members coming to your church community, make them feel loved and welcomed. If you find members of the church not coming to the church anymore, do not blame them. Instead, do an introspection and see if your behavior has driven them away from the church. In practice, This is what it means to be a Christian. Today let us reflect that what concrete and practical signs do I have of that love of God? Is it possible that the love I receive from those around me is the best sign of God's love? And how do I transmit that love of God to those around me?